Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video, I drink sake and introduce Japanese sake in both Japanese and English so that like the Japanese sake can get more popular in the world and then more people can drink sake, and then hopefully that's gonna help vitalize the Japanese sake industry, of course, in Japan and in the world as well. And also, like I want to use this the chance opportunity the channel to like I want to use English because like otherwise like my English is just gonna getting worse and worse. And today I'm drinking um sake from Chiba prefectures. The sake brewery's name is Kankiku Meijo. The sake name of the sake is Kankiku, and it's actually the Beyond Sea. That's the name of the sake. And then the rice that they use to make this Japanese sake is Minoso, and they actually polished this sake to 20% and 20 actually 29%. It's really okay. Hold on, like they polished too much, but that means they only used that like the what is really left, which supposed to make the sake is very high quality and clean and everything because they just got rid of everything that's the other side of the rice. So let's see how this sake is gonna taste like. And then like every time I drink the sake from Kankiku in Chiba prefectures, I use this glass from Sugahara Kogyo, SGHO. Because like this special glass came with this sake from Kankeku last year. So let's see how this sake is gonna taste like. Cheers. The first of all is smell. It's it's really juicy and it's really smells like the sweet and rich flavor. It's like a rich flavor of rice. It's it's a really different from the typical kankiku sake because like in most of the like every time I drink sake from kankiku, the smell tends to be fruity. No, like this maybe sonomai, that name of the rice that they use to make this Japanese sake, is a little bit different from the usual one. I don't know. I just simply cannot believe that this is Jumai Daiginjo because like the smell that I get is usually this kind of smell comes from the sake with Jumai Ginjo or Jumai Sho. That means it has really rich rice flavor. And let me just drink it. Really juicy. Sweet but juicy of the rice, which is sonomai. And then the tingling feelings on my tongue. It's very kankiku. So good. So like if you ever wonder like what sake you should consider trying to trying in Japan, or like if you ever wonder like how you can like experience Japanese culture, then my recommendation, why don't you drink sake? And then maybe you might want to try sake from Chiba prefecture's Kankiku. I'm not sure if I said that Cause like I've been drinking already, but like somehow like if you can, they feel like okay, why don't I support this this guy drinking sake? Then please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate if you can do it. So let me talk about life in Japan. I didn't notice until the COVID hit the entire world and I've been stuck in Japan. This is the third year. And then like in the last two years and everything, like this is 30 years, but like I realized that like main language that I use, Japanese. And like the personally, like I don't like texting, so I don't really communicate with my friends overseas. It means like I outside of Japan, and then like I have more friends outside of Japan than the ones in Japan, but my friends know that I don't do texting so much, so they like liking my posts on Instagram and saying that it looks delicious and everything. We keep it that way. But because of that, like in the last 2 years, I don't really get to use English. And then the one thing that I really realize, I kind of forgot to say, I don't say I love you anymore in English. And I think it affects me in like how I build up the relationship with my friends, and then also like it also affects my psychological state or like mindset towards the world and everything. I think I'm not sure. I don't think I can blame this on the Japanese language solely, but like whenever I think in Japanese, like I speak Japanese, I use Japanese, I don't get to express my feelings or emotions that much. And that would actually affect my, facial expressions, how I, interact with people and how I express myself and everything. But like until recently, like the friends from the overseas, like they kind of pointed out to me saying that, okay, Yasu, you sound different, you act different. There's just so many things, but one thing that I can tell you is that your face expressions, and then you don't say, oh, I love you anymore. And it really shocked me. Because that's really true. I don't say I love you that often anymore. And I think one way or another that really affected me. And I cannot really assess me what's really going on here because I need someone like my friends to tell me like how I used to be before COVID-19 and how I am right now, and then what is going on, and do I like it or like I don't like it, or like I like this part but like I don't like the other part, so like why don't I just improve or like move forward. I just don't have everything right now. But one thing here, one of the negative aspects of being stuck in Japan due to the COVID-19 is like I don't get to say I love you anymore in English. And by the way, for your information, for those people who don't know Japan in the Japanese language, people who use Japanese language, they don't say I love you. In Japanese, the dialect translation is aishiteru, but like they don't say at all. It's really, I don't know. I'm really surprised. I got caught off guard, and I need to take some time to figure out what's going on. But like, it is true that me not saying I love you that much in the last 2 years, this is the third year, has affected me in so many ways. And it could be one of the reasons why I feel disconnected with myself. But I'm really hoping that it can kind of cure, like it can change in a more positive way for myself, because the border is starting to be opening up for the foreigners. That means like I can get to see my friends. Maybe if it's really serious, then maybe I should go back to the US. Or like, why don't I just go to other countries, like the people can go and meet up with my friends and then just talk it over, because I cannot really assess myself that what is going on. But the bottom line here is that if you're bilingual or trilingual, anyone who would speak more than one language, do not being stuck with one language, because that's not who you are. The languages is a tool to be used to output to yourself. If you stop doing that, then that's just gonna affect you. At least that's happening. That's what's happening to myself, and I need to change it. Hopefully this year things will change, and then maybe I really hope to articulate better what's going on with myself right now in the future. So I think this is as much as I can cover with myself, about myself, and then hopefully I can make something better in my next video. So for now, じゃあね、バイバイ。